Hi, this is Mark Rushton of markrushton.com. It is Sunday, December 13th, 2020. Second video of the day. And we're going to be doing Realtor Recon number 4, the problems with Iowa City. This used to be called Where Should Artists Live? But I kept calling it Realtor Recon, so Realtor Reconnaissance. It wasn't just Realtor.com. It was also Realty commercial websites too, which I will show some of those in my area in the future and be critical of them because they're terrible. Well, you'll see here. You'll see. I'll just show you here. But anyway, so yeah, I was like trying to come up with ideas for like artist spaces. Where should artists live? Where should artists work? What sort of a space? If you don't want to, anyway. If you're an existing artist and you want to move out of the big expensive city and move to maybe like a small town or a smaller town, what's it going to cost? That sort of stuff. So I sort of do some Realtor Recon here in Iowa. I may do it around other parts of the United States in the future. But for now, I'm going to start where I live, right? At least in the state where I live. Now, I live near Iowa City. I don't live in Iowa City. I live near Iowa City in the county. And, I've always kind of wanted to have like a space, like either sort of like a recording studio or an artist studio where I can create work outside of my house. I've always kind of wanted this, but it's just too expensive here. Or what you get for a modest amount of money, or reason, a certain amount of money is what's the point, right? You might as well just get, I don't know, a bigger house, or move way out move to a small town. That's my advice. And so I'm going to show some examples here. No churches in this one. Last couple ones there, I've had churches, and that's fun, but So Realtor Recon, the problems with Iowa City. This will probably be a fairly short video here because the first step here on the Skogman commercial website is this, and there's only one, I guess there's 5 photos here. And it's down on Iowa Avenue, $500 a month. Gosh, $500 a month. That sounds pretty reasonable, doesn't it? Are there any pictures of the inside? Oh, there's a space right there. Concrete walls and a window air conditioner. Yeah, not bad. Not bad. So anyway, there it is. And the details on this are 480 square feet. Not bad. That's actually kind of in my ballpark of what I would want to have in the future. But I would love to have 480 square feet sort of open to a certain extent, maybe like a bathroom, maybe a small back room or something like that. I'm probably actually looking more towards like 750 square feet, 800 square feet, somewhere in that neighborhood. Anyway, so 480 square feet total, 2 separate offices with an entry area, 13 by 24 and 10 by 14. Not bad. 1 parking space reserved. That's actually pretty good. That's actually, for Iowa, down there, 500 block Iowa Avenue, that's pretty good. Someone's always going to be parking in your spot, man. That's like guaranteed. You live near the college, live near the university, and you have a reserved spot. Someone's always going to be parking in it or blocking the driveway or who knows what, right? And then, of course, you got to love this here. 3-year lease preferred. Boy, you got to be a townie, right? Shorter term may be possible. More money, right? Tenant pays for electricity only. It's not bad. Public restrooms available. No. I can just imagine what they look like, right? So actually, if you live in town and you're a townie, that's honestly, that's not a bad deal. $6,000 a year for a rented space, really close to campus. If you don't have a car, that might actually be optimal. That might be pretty good. Not for me though. even with the parking spot. No, I'm not going to do that. Now, here's the other thing that kind of disturbed me. Days on site, 1,206. How many years is that? It's like 3.5 years. It's almost 4. Why? Why has this space been available for 3.5 years? Right? Here, let me run the numbers here. Let me run the numbers. Right? 1,206 divided by 365. 100 years. Why? Why has that been sitting there so close to campus for 3.33 years? And there's some reason. There's got to be something. Something's wrong. Anyway, that's about as cheap as it gets right there. And something's wrong. It's just me. Next up. I tried hard. I tried hard to find something that was even somewhat close to that $500 a month. And you'll see. So here's one down at 407 Highway 1 West. And 704 finished square feet. It's a commercial space, so it's always, those commercial spaces are always going to be more. 1,766 a month. Days on the market, 153. So let me see what the payment calculator here. Yeah, 1,766 a month. So that is $2.50 a square foot. Anyway, yeah, I think there's only one photo here, if I'm not mistaken. One photo from 2010. Oh, Iowa Realty, you spoil us with your excellent website. Oh my God. Anyway, I looked. I tried to find like another commercial space in the, up to 800, up to 1,000 square feet. It was really hard, right? It was either that or it was all the closed restaurants or all the restaurants that want to close or want to get out of their leases, right? There's all stuff like that. That is and those spaces are insanely expensive. They're all kind of like this, but even worse, the ones downtown. And you wouldn't want to have a storefront. So then I thought, well, okay, let's see what cheap houses. There's really nothing. There's really nothing. And what is cheap is, well, you'll see. 910 Highland Avenue. I know where this is. 1 bedroom, 1 bath, 351 square feet. This is too small. $95,000. Well, it could be like a little artist space or something like that. Yeah, maybe it could be like a little painting, maybe for a painter. I don't know about for recording. It's pretty small. Maybe you could have a studio in there, but what's the price here? 95 grand. And then let's look at the monthly payment. Yeah, the property taxes are $125 a month. So that's $1,500 a year property taxes on this little thing. Anyway, so that's a non-starter. Another small house was this one over on 3rd Avenue, 750 square feet. Getting warmer. I like this. Last sold 71,000 in 2020. It's a flip. It's got to be a flip. Looks nice. It's just a regular house. Oh, wait, what's going on back here? Well, that must be that cleanup there. Yeah, it looks like a bit of a flip there. So really, it's more of a house than anything else here. And you wouldn't really want to spoil it that way. Those were the cheapest. Those were the cheapest I could find out there. And what was the property tax? $181. It's like more than $2,000 a year just in property taxes. So anyway, yeah, those are, you've got that little space there. You've got the ridiculously expensive commercial spaces, and the cheap houses they're either too small or do I want to own another house? I don't want to own another house. So that's why, that's kind of where I stay as far as my studio in my current house. And I tried to look. I was looking around, but yeah, it was either that or all the failed restaurants downtown. And just, no, you're getting into like $2,500, $3,500 a month rent for those spaces. And yeah, it's expensive. College towns of a certain size or in college areas of larger cities tend to be, quite expensive. So that's why I don't have a studio outside my home. I have seen things in the last year or two that have been a little tempting, but sometimes you get that rental price. That rental price will be dangled there, and then you don't know how long the lease is, and then you don't know what sort of if there's any common area fees or if you have to chip in on the taxes. And leases are. I'd rather buy than lease a space, unless you're leasing like in a small town and the price is like super super cheap. Then in that case, that might make sense. But anyway, those are things that I've considered, and that's one reason why I just stay in my little studio here in the house. So anyway, that's it. That is enough for Realtor Recon number 4, the problems with Iowa City for artists anyway. And actually, this is called Realtor Recon for Artists. Why did I write it like that? I don't know. Realtor Recon for Artists. See, that's what it should look like. There you go. The problems with Iowa City. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to try to make this a kind of a monthly feature. I like looking at real estate listings. I kind of like talking about them, talking about how it relates to artists, both recording artists and to fine artists, which of course would be me. And so I'll probably make this a weekly event, probably on Sunday. I always seem to be doing it on Sunday. It's kind of a relaxed thing. And anyway, that's it for tonight, and we'll see you on Monday.